What's going on there, guys? It's Mac. Hope you guys are well. Today I've got an unboxing for you guys and a showcase of a new little thing that I've got. And this is my delivery order. As you can see, got it from Amazon UK and it's come in a huge box. Let's see what's inside. Check this beauty out. It is the NeoGeo Arcade Stick Pro. This is a sort of like a it's an arcade stick, but it's also like a mini console because it also has an HDMI out and it has built-in games, 20 games to be in fact, which are just here. You can see your Metal Slugs, your King of Fighters, and it also supports the Neo Geo Mini as a controller. And these are all the different types of options that it has on the controls on the actual arcade stick, as you can see. That's the other side. And here's the front. So yeah, I picked this up for quite a good deal. I got it from brand new from Amazon. And it came to, in total, about £137 or £136. Something like that. And I wanted to do an unboxing for you guys and then obviously just test it out to see how it runs stock. I want to see how it works as it is, but the main reason why I picked it up is because I actually want to do a few hacks to it. I want to first of all unlock all of the free games because it comes pre-built with 20 games, and then when you unlock it, as you play through, I think throughout the year they will release 20 more arcade games which will all go inside here. And the thing is, they can be unlocked by some sort of hack that's available, which I will be doing. And then the second hack I want to do is install that arcade hack where it allows you to play all the Capcom classic arcade games, and it has all the Neo Geo arcade games that are listed quite a lot, and it has also things like the Mega Drive, yeah, and also the Super Nintendo games slot in there. And there's a few things I want to obviously show as well that I picked up a few additional things for. So that's coming in order as well. It's this little thing here, the Magic S Pro wireless control adapter for Switch and PS4 and PS3 and PC, Neo Geo Mini and PS Classic. This little thing here allows you to connect to all of these systems. It's a USB stick essentially, and you plug in controllers to it. But the main reason why I also picked this up is because I already wanted to have the option to connect a secondary arcade stick to this, and I want to see if it actually works. There's an update that's available. You update it and it allows support of all of these additional stuff. So it does say that it doesn't say on the packaging that it does support the Neo Geo SNK NeoGeo Arcade Stick Pro, but there is an update that's available that does allow it to then read this device. The idea is that this has its own USB cable built inside, which you can take out and you can plug it into any console, consoles being the PC, I believe, and I think it is just the PC at the moment. And what it's meant to do, or you could plug it into your actual Neo Geo Mini as a controller, and then it allows you to actually play this as an arcade stick. You got to put it into arcade mode, arcade stick mode, and then there's another option that puts it into console mode that allows you to use this as the arcade with the built-in games, and you plug in the HDMI adapter to it from the outside, and then it just allows you to play the inbuilt games. My idea is to use this actual USB stick here and then connect it to other devices so that I can use the arcade as an arcade stick for the Switch, PS4, PS3, PC, PlayStation Classic, or stuff like that. But the other alternative is that there's a lot of cool hacks with the Hylo hack, I believe, that allows you the Hylo hack that is really awesome. I waited a while for the hack to come out, but this hack allows you to have all the arcade games put into this, and I really like having arcade games where you can just hit a button and get insert coin and you just carry on without having lives, because some of these arcade games, the shooters, it splits up into quite a few areas. You've got beat 'em ups, shooters, stuff like that, Capcom ones, you've got all the Street Fighter games that I absolutely love, and it's so awesome to have them in an arcade stick, but the shape of this arcade stick is way better than having the Capcom arcade cabinet, which is like a 2-player arcade cabinet with Samwa parts. But the way the shape is, you can't rest your actual wrist anywhere. You need that sort of that position where you can actually hit the buttons but also rest your wrist on it, and the Capcom arcade 2-player arcade doesn't have no space for that, so it's really uncomfortable. And then also you're going to hit the bottom buttons in some of the games, and then your hand sort of rests on the angle, and it's so uncomfortable. I saw from the video reviews, and you can't really hack that one either at the moment. They're very minimal hacks. You can switch out some of the games, but then you get other sound issues, so I don't really want to get that. And so this seems to be the perfect option between that. Now this obviously is a single arcade, so the reason why I wanted to get this is because I could then use this, because this is really cool. It actually has a 2nd player arcade option that comes out the front, and then when it comes out the front, you can actually plug in a NeoGeo mini sort of separate controller, which they sold for like 15 to 25 pounds depending on the color. The black one's 15 pounds at the moment, Amazon UK, and the white one is 25 pounds. So those only have 4 buttons, so that's the downside, and there is no clicky stick, but you know, it's got a joystick. And essentially those can plug into the front, and it could be player 1 or player 2 when you're playing the inbuilt games, which is a cool idea. But I want to have the option to plug in any controllers, like my Switch Pro, my Xbox One controllers, because they have all the buttons that you need, every single button, the 2 shoulder buttons, all the front facing buttons, and the start and select and capture and all that stuff. So what I want to do is, even with the arcade sticks, some of them work on Switch mode and some of them work on PC mode. And the idea is that this has a USB option as well, so you can plug in USB controllers. You've got PS4, PS3, D input, X input, Switch Pro, PS Classic, NeoGeo Mini, all these options, and it automatically syncs when you plug it in to the device. So the idea is that I can use this as a secondary option to come out from the front, so USB-C to USB-A female adapter, which will plug into the front of this in the 2nd player cabinet, in the 2nd player option, and then that will allow me to connect a secondary arcade stick, and then hopefully they should both work together, and I should be able to get 2 players to play the inbuilt arcade games on this one stick. And then obviously we can hack it and then get all the arcade games to be working with 2 arcade sticks with the right palms. I can use that arcade stick that I have there, which is the N30 8-bit DO one, which is a really awesome wireless stick. They call it the 8-bit DO N30, NES 30. So it would be really awesome to get this working on that. I've got a few other arcade sticks as well. I've got the Mayflash one as well, F300, which is also a really cool one. It allows you to connect via USB, and obviously this will give you the option to do that. So I'm hoping that will all work. Anyway, I'm going to switch the camera over so we get into an unboxing of this, so you can see exactly how it looks like and how it comes packaged. Okay, so here we have it. This is the NeoGeo Arcade Stick Pro. Nice clicky arcade stick, so they know they got that fixed. The buttons are very nice and tactile. They've got a nice little matte finish, got A, B, C, D. The NeoGeo's CD had its own layout, which they've sort of shuffled around, but I don't actually know, because it doesn't really bother me because I've never played that. But this is the newer layout for the newer mini systems, and obviously the arcade stick follows that. But you can obviously set the different buttons during the actual gameplay as well. You have an option for that. You have a USB out here, you have a HDMI, and you have a DC power in, which is your Type-C cable, which they gave a nice little cable for the deco as well. So you can sort of plug in here, and you can plug this up to like a phone charger, a phone plug, and you'll be fine. You can charge it. No HDMI cable, that would have been nice. You've got your instruction manuals obviously, and you've got a sort of, I don't know what they are, I think they're like spare not sure, I don't know what those white things are, but you've got a USB Type-C to USB-A 3.0 connector. That's for your SNK Mini arcade, which you can use to sort of convert and use this as a controller, because no one wants to use the actual arcade buttons on that. But it's really cool. This is the main thing that I really love, the fact that it's got a headphone jack as well, which means you can just plug this into the TV and you can plug the headphones in here and you can listen to the music directly from here. But you've also got 1-player and 2-player, which is only designed to work with the arcade controllers, which they release separately, but they only got 4 buttons. So I want to use my own controllers, which is why I got this, the Mayflash Magic S Pro, which will then allow me to change that connection to any other controller that I want. And if I get 2 of these, technically I can use 2 different controllers or 2 different arcade sticks. But player 1 will always use the arcade stick, and player 2 I can plug in a separate controller or a separate arcade stick. But if I get 2 of these, I can then have 2 controllers working off the same inbuilt games. Now let's hook this up to a TV and let's see how it plays. Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to mention as well, at the back you've got a little connector here which allows you to open this up, and you could take the ball, I think it takes this out and you can actually change it out. That's what that's for. But other than that, it's got a nice heft to it, nice weight. I love the color, by the way, nice red stick, and it's all white, nice and fresh. And you've got this opening compartment here which opens up, and inside it you've got your cable. It's a wired-in cable, USB, and it has a little gap here so that it can actually come out and it will be flush, and you can put this back in. Essentially this is used for a wired connection. If you want to even use this as an arcade stick for a PC, or what we're going to do, which is obviously connect it up to multiple systems. Now there is an actual official adapter that comes with this that allows you to connect to, I believe it's a PS4, and I think it's also connects to a Switch using that adapter. But there is no way of getting that unless it came with some sort of bundle, which I can't find in the UK. This was obviously it's been about a year since this has come out, so I couldn't find any packages for a brand new one from Amazon that sold it with that adapter. So anyway, I had to buy it separately, but I think this one just allows me to have way more options when it comes to that. I can also use this on my Switch and plug in other controllers to it. So it's cool just to have that. And you've got 2 indication lights here as well, which tell you certain connections to certain systems. So over here on the side, you've got all the other menu buttons. You've got turbo, options, select, start, and you've got 1, 2, 3, and you've got I believe that's an arcade mode, and then arcade stick mode, and then obviously the inbuilt console mode, which allows you to switch between the 2. And the 1, 2, 3, I'm not sure what they do at the moment, but we'll work that out shortly. So number 1 is NeoGeo Mini / NeoGeo Arcade Stick Pro. 2 is PC 1 and 3 is PC 2. So you've got 2 options for PC setup. Interesting. So that's the 3 modes over there. And then obviously the mode switch, the one without the filled-in circle is joystick mode, and the one with the filled-in circle is console mode. All right, so let's just run through how it starts up and what we see for the built-in games. This is how it's stock. So I'm just going to switch it on, change it to console mode. The 2 indication lights come on, they're blue. Got the power cable connected in, HDMI connected in. And that's your startup screen. So we've got King of Fighters 95, King of Fighters 97, King of Fighters 98, King of Fighters 99, King of Fighters 2000, King of Fighters 2002, King Fatal Fury Special, Fatal Fury 3, Garou, Mark of the Wolves, Samurai Showdown 2, Samurai Showdown 3, Samurai Showdown 4, Samurai Showdown 5 Special, Art of Fighting, World Heroes 2, World Heroes 2 Jet, World Heroes Perfect, Ninja Masters, The Last Blade 2, and Kizuna Encounter. So it says 20 out of 20. There is 40 games in this. You just need to unlock them. So it needs a quick hack to allow that to be unlocked, which I will do. But yeah, I do like the setup that they got here. Nice yellow background, no menu, annoying menu music that keeps repeating. But it also looks like a Switch. Like if you look at the menu style, it's very simple, but also very well laid out. You got the settings option here. I think it's A. Yep. So you got language. So you could change the language if you want. Leave on English. Press back. Screen size. You've got two options here. This is 4:3, and this is full. And you can stretch it out, or you can have it sort of like, is it closer? This zooms out and is expanded mode. Two options here, and you've got 4:3 and 16:9. It looks like. So let's just leave it as that. You got the quality here. You can change it to smooth scaling, pixel scaling, transverse scan line, longitude scan line, 45 degrees scan line. So many different variations, which is good because I believe the NeoGeo Mini never had all of those options. I would leave it as pixel scaling, is that's what it's set to. Smooth scaling. I'll probably like pixel, but we'll see exactly. Let's just get into the game first. You got headset volume, you can adjust it. System is version 1.3i, and you got factory reset option there. And yeah, let's go back. Question mark. So you got the built-in instruction manual there, which is good. So you don't need to constantly bring this huge piece of paper with you. It's all there. Tells you what the buttons are and how to change different modes, because it can get a bit fiddly after a while, so it's good to see all of that. So you can quickly see exactly what's saying to do when you're about to play it. And you got this C option. Let's see what this is. This is just some information about certain stuff. So you got system here, go into that, and you got system upgrade, unlock, system upgrade, and return. That's probably where you will upgrade system. Alright guys, so that's the stock NeoGeo, SNK NeoGeo Arcade Stick Pro. I'm going to try and see what I can do with upgrading it, and also seeing how this works with combining this arcade stick and seeing if it can work on other systems. It is a very cool library of games, but I'm not the biggest fan of different style fighters. To me, I'm more of a Mortal Kombat guy and Street Fighter guy. That's my main two fighting games. Don't really play much of these other fighting games, and I know SNK NeoGeo is mainly arcade fighting games, but I would like to play more of the platformers and the shooters. And with the current amount of games, I don't really know all of them. I know them from, you know, the crossovers from Capcom versus SNK, and I would be basically it's mainly just to get this hacked so I can get all the other games in and have the final system set up with all the arcade games built in. I don't really have too much fond memories of these games because, to be honest, I didn't really have them growing up. So yeah, I'm just looking mainly forward to getting this hacked and getting all the games that I want once and for all on an arcade stick, and it will be awesome to play Street Fighter on this with all the various Street Fighter games. Okay, I've just loaded up the USB drive with the key generator that allowed me to unlock all of the additional 20 games. And I've loaded them up onto my USB stick now. I'm just going to just check it to see if I can load up the games. So go down to settings, and you go to system, and I'm going to click on unlock. There we go. So it says successfully activated, and you've got all of these games. So let's have a look. We've got Art of Fighting and this other one here. This is all in Japanese. I can't really read it. League Bowling, Metal Slug 2, Metal Slug 3, Metal Slug 4, Metal Slug 5, Metal Slug X, which is the remake of Metal Slug 2. Is that Ace Combat? Is it Ninja Combat? Real Real Bowl, Real Bounce Special, Samurai Spirits, this other one here, and Shock Troopers, something else I can't read it there. That's another Shock Troopers, Soccer, Brawl, another one here, Super Sidekick, and Super Spy. So let's hit return, and now we got 1 out of 40 games now showing up, so all the games should be here now. Here's all the additional games, all now here. That's pretty sick. So let's just go into Metal Slug. So, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to get to the side buttons. The fact that the side buttons are over here for the menu and stuff like that is a bit annoying. So you got turbo, options, select, and start. So you're gonna press A to get into the game. Select, start, and options. So you got start. The credit option. Select is pause. Options. And so you click on options, you got save slots here as well, so you can save. There's one save data there, press back and you can load up the save data, which is cool. You got 4 save slots, they all work for arcade games. That's really handy. Just pause. You got screen size here, so you can adjust that, make it full screen or whatever. Quality, so let's check out pixel scaling, and then so that's more better. I think that's way more sharper, pixelated. I personally prefer that, but we go to options, quality, smooth scaling, speed. Actually, you know what? I don't mind the smoothing. Actually, it looks really clean. The pixels are very sharp, whereas this, I don't know. It's like it's not so. Yeah, well, it's not sharp basically. It's like when you play on a CRT and you turn off the device that you're plugged into, you get that static or that fuzziness, and you have those white sharp edges. That is what I saw with the Pixel version. With the smooth one, it's a lot more cleaner. You don't have those sharp edges, so that's really cool. You don't need to deal with that. Anyway, that's really awesome. I want to try doing the main hack, which will be the Hylo hack version 1.1 installed on my USB on the NeoGeo Arcade Stick Pro. I'm just going to switch it on now. USB is plugged in. Go into console mode. Switch comes on. Let it boot up, and just hack on the way. So the way to do it is, I've got the 40 gigs unlocked. I'm going to go down to settings, and then you're going to go into system. It's a version 1.3a at the moment, and you're going to go to, I've already done the unlock before, so you've got to go to system upgrade. The USB icon is there showing that it is connected to the USB, so that is working. Let's press A on this. So it's found the Hylo 1.31 hack, USB external fat support. Confirm that. Upgrade is underway. Please wait. In order to avoid mistakes, please do not turn off. Upgrade success. This machine will be restarted automatically. So the upgrade has been done. So hopefully this should be it. I should get all the arcade games unlocked, which is going to be crazy. Awesome. So now you can see it's got NeoGeo ASP Arcade Stick Pro, which is the normal default version, and you got the HyloStick version, which is where all the awesome stuff is for the hack. The NeoGeo ASP, if you go into that, it boots into the original mode, and you can see all 40 games should be there. All 40 games is there. Let's put the volume up a bit. I'll just turn it off and turn it back on and see if that brings back that menu. I'm not entirely sure how you get back out the menu to go back to the two options. Where is the, so yeah, if you boot it up, so change it to control deck, so it's the arcade stick and not the console mode, it will then boot off, and then when you go back into console mode, just flick that switch and then you get the option again when it basically is a restart. HyloStick, let's go into there. HyloStick is a free software that enables users to create their ROM set. Do not sell or buy Hylo. So this is, I was told that this only happens in the beginning when you first start it up, and you won't get that message again. Okay, it's coming on off, or something had broken. All right, that's good. Hylo's loading up. Freaking awesome, check that out. All right, so we got NeoGeo 1 out of 150 games. So you've got, as you can see it's moving, yeah. You've got all of these games, NeoGeo games. How awesome is that? That's one of the most straightforward hacks I've ever done. Very easy. So you got all those games, Metal Slug, X, Sub 5. All those games. So let's go back to the cog. So now when you go down to the settings menu, you get game systems option. So you got headset volume, quality, system, do the same. Also what I like is the fact that you can actually change your controls per game. So you could change the layout of the buttons every time you're inside a game. But let's first go into game systems. And then as you can see over here, you got the menu. It looks like a switch again, like the menu of a the Switch settings menu. And you go into, you got NeoGeo, Capcom Play System, Arcade Classics, Brawlers, Shooters, Sega, SNES, and these two which you wouldn't want to go into. I'm not sure what they do. But these are the main systems. So you've got two arcade ones here, so you've got two console versions over here. You've got SNES and Sega, and then the rest are shooters, brawlers, which are and arcade classics, all nicely separated out. Arcade classics is basically all of the classic, like Centipede type games and stuff like that. So let's go back. Set to that. Let's go back. It just takes a while to just boot up, but there we go. And you've got Hylo Arcade with that fancy background, and you've got all the classic games. You've got a little Pac-Man here that's basically to select the different games, Burger Time. You've got 27 games, Galaga, Galaxian, all of that. That's freaking awesome, man. So you got Super Pac-Man, Pac-Man over there. Let's see, Space Invaders. Is that? Super Zaxxon. Again, some of the drawings here, obviously it's the original artwork, looks really cool, but I can't read all of it. Rustin Attack, Popeye, that's cool. So let's go back to settings, and then let's go to game system, and then let's go to Capcom Play System. That's the main one I want to see. That's meant to be all the Capcom games, and I am really excited about this one here. So it's ticked it up now, so I think I'll press B. Let's go out, go back into settings, and then it just changes over. So it just reloads, it looks like, and then you've got Capcom Play System. 1941 Counter Arcade. You got 71 games. Oh my days, check out all of these Capcom games, freaking awesome. This was one that I put on my SNES Classics as well. It's basically the Wonder Collection, all 3 games, really cool arcade games, and I really wanted that to be on a system like this where I can use my arcade stick. So let's go over to check it out. This is the one I was talking about, Hyper Street Fighter 2 Anniversary Edition. You got all of the, you got, oh sick, you got Mega Man 2, Mars, that's from a Dreamcast game I believe, but looks like it's here as well. You got Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter, that's the first one. Second one, Marvel versus Capcom, Clash of Superheroes. Check out all of these other ones. Got Street Fighter Alpha 1 and 2 and 3, Street Fighter Alpha 2, that's a 0, so that's the Japanese version. Rocket Fighter, Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo, Super Street Fighter 2, the new challengers, and you got all of these as well. So Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Super Street Fighter 2 X, the Grandmaster, which is the Japanese version of that game. Oh my god, you got X-Men versus Street Fighter over here, and then you got Street Fighter 1, 2 and 3. How freaking awesome is that? All of them Capcom games are on here now. I'm gonna go and load up this one here. It's one of my favorite Street Fighter games of all time, and this seems to be the arcade version, Hyper Street Fighter 2. This was the anniversary edition, released on the home consoles, but yeah, it is sick. So this is the arcade version of it, so insert coins there. So I think with the side buttons, select and start. So select is insert coin, so you increase a coin. Then you got options, and you got start. So you change the speed. Alright, so I'm going to just check options, and then now we can do save states as well. So let's do save state, and that should be there. Okay, and then we do load state. We load up that one that we just saved. It works fine, sounds all there, all good. Options, let's go to controller settings. So what I like about it is that, again, like the Switch, it just comes up there, the controller option, and you just press A onto that. And then you've got the entire layout over here. So you just select which one you want. So A, B, C, D, X, and Y. So I wonder how that works. We'll just go back for now, and we just see what the buttons are. So you got right punch, right kick, alright, cool. So we got 6 buttons working, so we just need to find the optimum setup for that, but it's there, so I'll definitely need to toggle that, but it's cool that we can do that. Just need to find out exactly what the button layout means for each system, but obviously it varies. Let's come out of here. So let's exit. Yeah, so that's the empty archive. Not sure what that is at the bottom there, but let's exit. That checks us out the game, and then I think if we go to a different system, there's so many games that I want to check out. Let's just check out this one as well. Freaking awesome. I think I'm going to swap out the buttons for Samurai buttons. I just need to get this arcade stick up to scratch, because this is going to be easily one of my favorite arcade systems. So again, options, start, select, options, start, select, Guess I cut it. Yeah, we got Neo Geos over here. Just going to this game. So it's asking for different versions of the BIOS and like. Just leave on Uni BIOS. Select and start. Just got 2 buttons and it's working nice. It's nice to be able to play an arcade game with an arcade stick. Options. Okay, options, exit. And then go to settings, game systems. Cool, you got arcade, brawler, shooters, but let's check out Sega. So you got SNES and Sega. I think with Sega that's the one where it's got all the Mega Drive games. Not just Sega in general. I think it's just mainly Mega Drive games, but we'll see. But it's not mainly for console games, it's mainly for arcade games. That's what I'm going to be mainly using this for. But it's handy to have that as well. Let's come out. Good. So you can see the Sega Mega Drive background. That's really cool. Every system has its own background, so it's quite unique. And now you've got the Sega one, and you've got Aero Blasters, Afterburner. You've got 83 games, Alien Storm, Altered Beast. They look like Mega Drive games. You got Genesis covers, Japanese covers, and you got you've got the PAL region covers. You've got the American region Genesis covers, and you've got the Japanese Mega Drive covers as well. So let's check out some of the titles that they have. Captain America, Crackdown, is that Darius? Joe and Mac, Clax, Lethal Enforcer, Marvel Land, got Mortal Kombat 1 and 2, awesome. Miss Pac-Man, Hang Time, Pac-Mania, Mega Drive. Awesome, we got Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 there. Okay, yeah, so they're all Mega Drive games basically. Robot Mini Machine, WrestleMania. The DF WrestleMania, the arcade game. Awesome. Monster Land, Monster Boy. Awesome, we got that as well. Ordner. I'm going to see if the secondary arcade, second controller works with the Mayflash. I'm going to put that over here. What I'll do, I'll see if this arcade stick works. Put it into, we've got a USB on this end, so I'll just plug it into that. And the other end I'll plug it into this bit here, player 2. See if it picks up a color. So you got 2 players come up. Check that out. So I've got the adapter in here. It's blinking, but it's a wired system. And now I've got player 1 here and I've got player 2 here. So I've left this on PS3 D input at the moment. D-pad XY. Let's go to XY. And this is flashing. It's in yellow. Not sure what that means, but hey, it's working. 2 arcade sticks, as you can see. Leave sideboard here. Working with the second. How to get 2 arcade sticks working on the SNK NeoGeo Mini and NeoGeo Arcade Stick Pro. So that works, this works. And I've got 2 arcade sticks. working. It's over to player 1 side. So I put onto player 1 side, this becomes player 2 and this becomes player 1. Yeah, so the arcade stick is now player 1. As you can see, the arcade stick becomes player 1 if I put it on player 1 side, and then the arcade stick itself, the NeoGeo one, becomes player 2. Change the adapter around. Put on player 2. Controller settings. Awesome. So you got the option there. It's showing you right there. You can. I thought you can control the controller settings from the secondary arcade stick, but actually you got to do it from player 1 option. You got to press the options button. Constantly find the options over here. So you click over here. You can change the controller. But if you go over here, okay, the only problem at the moment I can see is that there is no additional 6 buttons, only 4 buttons. Oof, that seems a bit of a bummer. Okay, this game doesn't have any more than 4 buttons anyway, so it seems to be okay. Okay, it seems like the 4 buttons is limited to the game at the moment, which is 4 buttons, and you've only got 4 buttons on player 1 as well, so that might be alright. If I go to a Street Fighter game on Capcom, it might have the 6 buttons option, which is Hylo Hack version 1.1, which allows you to actually play different variations of arcade systems on the NeoGeo Arcade Stick Pro using just a USB stick. It gives me the option to play all of the NeoGeo. You've got the Capcom Play System, which is all the Capcom arcade games. You've got the Arcade Classics, which is all like the Centipede games and all of that. You've got Brawlers, which is all like Final Fights and all of that, but the arcade version, which is I can't wait to play. You've got all the shooters in one category. Then you've got Sega and SNES, which is basically the 2 console versions of those games putting in there as well, so it's handy to have them, but mainly I got it for the arcade games, so you can insert coins and you can just carry on playing and have infinite lives, which is going to be awesome to play with 2 players, especially with the arcade sticks. Hopefully that covers all of the NeoGeo parts of there. We've done the review and the unboxing of the NeoGeo Arcade Stick Pro. We've also done the hack that allowed you to unlock all the 40 games, the additional 20 games that were locked off, that were meant to be released throughout the year. We've unlocked them all now, so we've got 40 games on there. And then after that, we're using the USB again. I did the final hack, which is the HyloStick Pro hack, which gives me all of these games as you're seeing here today. If you want to see more in-depth video on how this was done, please let me know in the comment section below. I will do a walkthrough, a guide. It's very simple, it's very easy to do, and the benefits that you get from this is awesome. So do check it out and do let me know what you think about it. I will do a more in-depth video on the actual systems and different options that we have here using my capture card. So I'm using my capture device so you can see it more clearly, but definitely it's just cool to see it now. You've got 2 arcade sticks working as well using the NeoGeo, the Magic S Pro for the Switch, which has the USB attachment, which works with my wired arcade stick, so you can get 2 arcade sticks working. How awesome is that? Anyway guys, thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, take care guys, this is Mac. Peace out.